Have you ever looked at a skin rash and just wondered what is going on there? Well, it turns out they're not just random spots. They're more like a crime scene. Yeah, every single rash is a puzzle, packed with clues. And today, we're going to learn exactly how to crack the case.
So this is the big question, right? How do doctors do it? How do they look at your skin and read it like a map to solve a medical mystery? Well, they're basically detectives, and they're using visual evidence to pinpoint the culprit. And by the end of this, you're going to understand their methods too.
Okay, so let's get into it. Cracking the skin's code really just comes down to recognizing two things. First, the type of clue you're looking at, the lesion, that's the technical term, and second, where you find that clue on the map of the body, its distribution. If you can nail those two, you are already halfway there.
All right, time to open our first case file. We're calling this one the invisible itch. We've got a patient with this mysterious, incredibly itchy rash, so let's take a look at the evidence.
So here are the facts of the case. Our patient is just 5 years old, dealing with this severe all-over itch. We see small red bumps, papules, and a few scattered blisters or vesicles. But here's the crucial detail, the location. It's all concentrated in the web spaces between the fingers, on the wrists, and in the armpits. This is where our investigation really kicks off.
But then, mixed in with all those red bumps, the doctor, spots something else. A few short, grayish-brown lines. Now that doesn't look like a normal bump or a blister. This is an odd piece of evidence. And in any good mystery, it's always the weird clue that ends up solving the whole thing.
And that one strange clue? That's our breakthrough moment. This is what lets us start crossing suspects off the list and zero in on the real culprit. Let's see how this plays out.
So let's run down our usual suspects. Could it be atopic dermatitis or eczema? Nah, that's usually more like ill-defined patches. What about chickenpox? Nope, that rash almost always starts on the trunk, not the hands. Impetigo? That gives you those classic honey-crusted sores. And contact dermatitis would be stuck in one spot where an allergen touched the skin. You notice the one thing missing from every single one of their alibis? Not a single one explains those linear burrows.
And this is exactly why those little grayish lines are so important. They are, without a doubt, the smoking gun. They single-handedly rule out every other suspect on our list because they are a totally unique piece of evidence.
So, what is it? It's a burrow. And that's not just a description. It's a technical term for a track that is pathognomonic. That's a fancy word that basically means if you see this, it points to one and only one diagnosis. It's a dead giveaway. And this particular tunnel was dug by a tiny little mite called Sarcoptes scabiei. We've found our culprit.
So once you have that burrow, plus the specific location and that crazy itch, you can confidently make the call. This is a textbook case of scabies. Case closed.
Nice work, detective. Now let's open up our second case file. This one's called the Silver Scales. We've got a different patient, a whole new set of clues, and a totally different mystery to unravel.
Okay, here's the rundown. We have a 35-year-old man. He's got these very well-defined red plaques, and on top of them are these thick, kind of silvery scales. Now, the location is super important. They're on his elbows, knees, and scalp. We call these extensor surfaces. Think the outer side of a joint. He also mentions this isn't new. It comes and goes, and stress seems to make it flare up.
The clues here are just as clear as in our first case, just different. The what is the silvery scale on that red plaque, and the where is the extensor surfaces. So let's break down this evidence and figure out what's really going on under the skin.
The key piece of evidence this time is the scale. Now, a scale in dermatology isn't just, dry skin. It's a very specific type of lesion. It's a buildup of the absolute outermost layer of the skin, called the stratum corneum. The real question is, why is it building up like that?
So to get this, picture your skin cell production like a factory assembly line. Well, in this case, someone has cranked the speed on that assembly line into absolute overdrive. New skin cells are being made and pushed to the surface so fast they don't have time to mature properly. They show up at the top still holding onto their nuclei, which they're supposed to get rid of. That little abnormality is called parakeratosis, and that pileup of immature cells is what creates that signature thick, silvery scale.
You see, getting the lesion right is everything. What we're seeing here is a scale, a buildup, an excess of skin. It's not an erosion or an ulcer where you're losing skin, and it's not lichenification, which is when skin gets thick from constant rubbing.
The whole diagnosis rests on correctly identifying it as a scale.
So, when you combine the what, that very specific silvery scale, with the where, those classic extensor surfaces, we arrive at our diagnosis, psoriasis vulgaris. And just like that, another mystery is solved just by reading the clues.
So we've cracked two very different cases today, all by just following the evidence. So, what's the big takeaway from all this? What's the secret principle behind this detective work?
Here it is, the dermatologist code book, and it's actually pretty simple. It's a two-step process. First, you identify the what. What is the specific type of lesion? Is it a burrow, a scale, a vesicle? Second, you observe the where. What's the pattern? Is it in the web spaces of the hands, or is it on the elbows and knees? Cracking the code is all about connecting the what with the where.
So the next time you see a rash on yourself or someone else, don't just see a bunch of spots. See clues. See a story waiting to be told. Because your skin is always communicating. It's telling a story about what's happening on the inside. The only real question is, are you listening?